what, I know what it is to be tortured, and there's nothing like it. But by the grace of God and Jesus Christ, I found my freedom. My life was quite a journey, and I was listening to your 9/11. If there's anything that you want to add to 9/11, I was part of a research group that did a whole bunch on that. I'd be glad to entertain that later if you'd like to talk about some things that I know. I was on a journey to find the purpose for life, and I looked under every rock possible, from mainline religion to the occult to the cults, anything and everything, trying to find answers for my life and things that just didn't add up. The mind control I was under was intense, and I believe I was trained to be a remote viewer and for lack of better words, a recorder or a spy, because I have a photographic memory. I could anticipate things before they happened. There was just a lot of things in my life that showed me that there was gifts that were trying to be used in the dark side. And by the grace of God, early on, as part of the program, especially over in Germany, what they would do is teach you the Bible, and they would teach you as an infant the Bible and also things about Jesus. They would literally spend time encouraging you in the Word. And then as you got old enough and assimilated enough of that, then they would torture you, many times dressed as Jesus or claiming you're Jesus, and creating this dichotomy of he's good, he's bad, he's good, he's bad, as they're splitting it. They're doing the DID through satanic rituals. And you begin to amass all these different personalities or altars. You don't know anymore what's up, what's down, what's right, what's not. But I do know this. They had found when Mengele was putting some of the children to death, he could do rituals over them for up to 4 minutes and bring them back to life. And the ones that tended to come back to life were the ones that had Jesus early on in life. It was that seal of God. Okay? And, we don't leave this earth 1 second before the time appointed for us. So no matter what they do, I had dozens of near-death experiences in my 64 years, and I was pronounced dead twice at severe accidents. And yet, by the grace of God, here I sit here today.
So, Stephen,
yes.
Let's start with, you're my age, also in a Mengele project, but you were born in Germany?
Yes, from the best. I had a coach named Doug Riggs that was working with me before he went on to be with the Lord in January. He came down with COVID and some other complications the same time Russ Dizdar did. He has a ministry, and I want to go ahead and quote it properly. So let me change the screen real quick because I've got it here. Russ Dizdar was Shattered in Darkness. So if anybody ever wants more information on him, shatteredindarkness.net. But Doug Riggs was part of a ministry, and it was called Morning Star Testimony Church up in upstate New York. Nothing to do with Rick Joyner. This was his own thing. And Doug Riggs, if you go to his website, in this DOGRIGGS.org, Doug Riggs, anyone that's gone through any kind of ritual abuse or DID or anything, it's a wealth of information on how to deal with it and how to find help. So, because we have to go through a deliverance, we need to go through renunciations and repentances for generational sin, and then we need to go through deprogramming. It's not a simple, pray a simple prayer and you're set free, especially if you're a high-level person. You've got a lot of work ahead of you, but it's worth it because as the altars within begin to break down and begin to aware of the things that were created for each one, and you have cult oil altars, you have who you are, you're trying to find that essence. What God did for me was reveal to me his unconditional love through 1 Corinthians 13, the love chapter, back when I was just before my 31st birthday. That became my challenge to find that love, and he proved that to me over the last 33 years. And once I understood that and what it was to truly be loved, because I was so isolated, so kept, because I believe part of my work was as an assassin, and other things that were done when I was either in sleep paralysis or astral projecting or other things. In my military journeys, I was blessed to go to 49 states, 51 countries, 6 continents, and I think really 7 in astral projection. The Antarctica being the 7th. And I saw...
We're in Antarctica?
I believe I have. this. Okay, in underground.
You showed me that you've got awards for days.
Yeah,
ribbons and awards for days.
Quite a career, but in a lot of those missions, I moved cargo. I was part of the air crew and moved cargo around the world. In a lot of those things, I can remember going out, but I don't remember really the weeks that I was out. And sometimes when I got back, the memories are so vague. And I know it many times I was taken to things and shown things. A lot of time, and of course, if you know the OTO and Alex Crowley, he was very prominent in the whole thing with the Pharaonic or Egypt. And when I went there during Somalia and spent time on the ground there, going to the Cairo Museum, into the Great Pyramid, and all the Giza Plateau and stuff, I ended up finding favor to go down to things that tourists didn't go into. I've got photos of this way underground. And hieroglyphs that would just amaze you that you don't find in any pictures anywhere. And I knew I had been in these places, and I actually was taken by camel over to literally touch the Sphinx. And that was something that was very taboo at the time in the 90s. That was all being worked on. No one was allowed near it. And I do have memories of being underneath that. And also, anywhere you have a Sphinx, you usually have two. So there's a plateau next to that one where there was another one at some time, and I've been under there. There's just so much in my life that I've seen in deep underground as well as other things. I mean, I've seen shapeshifters. I don't know if you ever remember a movie, Enemy Mine.
Yes.
Was Gossett Jr.?
Yes, and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
And he was called what? A Drac. Or another word for that was Draconian or Draco. Right. And I literally watched a female get that face one time, the eyes and everything. It just...
The reptilian look.
Oh, I thought it reminded me of the days of Star Trek and the ROM.
Yeah.